It took me like 1.5 years because there were also few skills that I needed to cultivate, and it requires a certain amount of time.
Hi Disha, Sushant and Kiara,
Hi.
and welcome to
Hi,
SpotboyE.
thank you.
Sushant, this role is a huge responsibility on you. Are you nervous? Because Dhoni is worshipped.
Yeah, now I am nervous because the film is releasing. But yeah, it was more than nervousness. It was excitement because for the longest of time, I was his fan. I'm still his fan, and the most important thing that was always there in my mind was to understand how he thinks. You know, that was a big question mark since last 10, 12 years, and to get the first-hand experience of understanding that was very, very exciting.
And for almost 2 years, you actually focused just on him. So what was the research that went behind this role?
A lot of things. I think the most important thing an actor is supposed to do or needs to do is to convince himself or herself that he or she is the character. And to do that, I mean, like, you can be very talented, you can do it in a month. It took me like 1.5 years because there were also few skills that I needed to cultivate, and it requires a certain amount of time. And so yeah, so all the 360, whatever I could, either I was looking at him or his videos, listening to him, or behaving like him. So it was just between these three that I spent my 2 years.
Did he help you anyway?
Of course.
Did he come on set and tell
No,
you
not
how
on the
to?
set, not on the training and training days. But yeah, on and off, whenever he was free, he was more than welcoming. And I used to ask him many, many, many questions to a point that he was almost not so cool, Captain.
I didn't want to see you after that.
But then, yeah, he was very honestly, very genuinely, and very patiently, he answered all my questions.
That's great. Disha, this is your debut movie, and how did this come together? And was it difficult playing Dhoni's ex-girlfriend?
I think the credit goes to Neeraj sir for giving me the chance to play this. And it's a very special and it's very close to my heart. This particular character is something, and it's this one person who brings so many emotions to Dhoni, and it was just the whole journey has been very exciting, and this part especially for me was very challenging for the fact that, you know, when you're on set and it's your first film, and you have to, so many people gonna watch you with the fact that this person actually exists, you know, and you have to just make it so convincing that people actually believe that this girl called Priyanka, you know, was there, who actually loved Dhoni in a way that, you know, his life changed in some or the other way. Neeraj sir made everything very easy. He was very clear with the idea what he exactly wants, and at the same time he gives you space to experiment with the character. And so it was just whatever he told me, whatever he taught me, we were very prepared on set, and I just followed his instructions. Also, of course, you have to add some of your part to the character to make it look more real. So that's what I did.
And you look fab.
Really? Thank you so much.
Kiara, you made your debut with Fugly, and it's been a while since we saw you on screen. What kept you away from the spotlight?
I think just being patient. Your first film, like they say, chooses you, and then when you go ahead to do your second film, there's a lot of I think it also kind of starts laying a foundation where you want your career to go. So I wanted to be patient after that, not just sign anything that was coming my way. And I think patience really paid off because I'm a part of such a wonderful film.
That's great. Sushant, a film like this can be a little risky. It requires scale to be convincing. So did you have those days, like dark days, when you thought you couldn't pull it off?
Yeah, it was almost like every day of my preparation because it takes a lifetime to understand yourself. Here you are understanding somebody else, and then since you are also a big fan of the guy, it's very hard for you as an actor, as a person, to convince yourself that you are that person. So obviously every day you are figuring out things. Sometimes you go wrong. Sometimes you think what you think is right is not the right. But you have to just make sure that first day of the shoot, before the first shot, in your head you have to be the character, and that happened, fortunately.
How was your first meeting with Dhoni?
First meeting happened long back, it was in 2006 or 2007, when I was a big fan of his, and there was an India-Pakistan match happening in Mohali. I was in Delhi, and my brother-in-law is is in police, and he was there. So I just asked him, requested him to find me an opportunity just to meet this guy, and I actually met this guy, and I clicked a picture with him. So that was the first time I met him.
And then for this movie,
Did
how
you
did
know
you?
you-
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever imagine that time that you
course
will
not.
be doing the movie?
No, that time I never thought that I'll be an actor.
Have you met the Captain Cool?
I haven't met him. She has.
met
I met him.
And
Yeah,
how is
I've
the
met
meet?
him.
So, you know, I mean, I've watched cricket, I knew of him, but I didn't follow him, like know his mannerisms or know him personally, exactly how he was, his traits and all of that. And I met him, I think, after shooting with Sushant, our first schedule was done, and then I met MS Dhoni. And when I saw him, I was like, shucks, this is like Sushant. So, basically, what to say that he had really like picked up those traits so well, and he was. I
Just
mean,
in
all
the
those that
character.
2 years of training and staying away from everything else clearly paid off. So, good job.
Which all grounds did you go to and shoot on?
Many grounds, I don't remember it now. Jamshedpur, all the grounds that he actually, and when he was playing for his school or for the state team, everywhere that he actually played, we actually shot there. And not just the grounds, but wherever he was staying in Ranchi, back in Kharagpur, the same very house, same places, same bike, the same roads. So everything has been taken care of.
I know he has played many marvelous innings, but if you have to single out one innings, which is your pick?
Oh, it's slightly tough, but the first match when I saw him, it was India-Pakistan again when he scored 140 odd runs, and I was looking at this guy for the first time with this swag and confidence and long hair, and I was hitting sixes like, oh yeah, I know that this ball is going for a six. So that match, and obviously 2011 World Cup when he whacks it off for a six.
And it's a big risk that you've taken with this movie because Imran Hashmi's Azhar didn't work. So are you confident about this one? And are you nervous that people will make comparisons between the two?
It's on them. I mean, like we have tried our very best to honestly portray a very compelling story of the most popular Indian captain, and so it's on them basically.
Oh, Disha, what separates Dhoni from the other cricketers?
I remember him telling me that he's someone who lives in the moment. He's not someone who's planning for the future or thinking about the other day. He's someone who's living the moment and thinking about today and thinking how he can make today better. So I think this is something which really makes him Captain Cool, because you really need to have a lot of patience to not think about other things and to really like isolate yourself from the rest of the days and focus on today. So I think this is something that makes him special.
Kiara, tell us about Sakshi. How was your first meeting with her? Did she help you know your role better?
Know my role better? Yeah, of course. When I spoke to her on the phone itself, I got a lot from her. But when I met her for the first time, I met the entire family. I mean, not the entire, the three of them with their baby. So my eyes just went on that baby. I couldn't even like look anywhere else. That baby is so cute. But I think, you know, honestly, even when I saw her, I felt like I knew this girl. I felt like I could have known her, I could have grown up with her. She's my friend. She's just like any other girl. And that quality of being so grounded, yet being a star wife or whatever, and still being unfazed by that is what was so endearing and what made me feel like, you know, I'd like to watch her. I'd like to, I mean, portraying her would be, it's just so, it's lovable. So even like their relationship, it's not, it's like any other normal couple, and that's something that's very endearing.
Sushant, how comfortable Dhoni was opening about his love life?
Very comfortable. Once he decided that, okay, he would give us the right to make a film on him, then it was just, he never, I don't remember him telling us that, okay, this is something that he would not like to talk about, whether it's very personal or whatever. He talked about everything that we asked, very honestly, at length.
Disha, does it become difficult to concentrate or focus on your work when things are written about you and Tiger?
We are doing Dhoni promotions right now. No, it doesn't matter. I'm only focused on my work. I'm here to work. I'm here to become something, to have my own identity. These news, they don't bother me, and this is not something that I want to be, you know, like associated. I want to be associated with my work rather than other things.
And Sushant, was it difficult to act in love when you yourself were going through a rough patch in your personal life?
No, that's what we are paid for, you know. We will convince you of something else that we are not. So
We're
it's very
actors
easy.
at the end of the day.
Very good.
Tell us about the music of this film and which one is your personal favorite?
Okay.
I think the entire album is super soulful. So
Now
then it
the-
is.
now the honest answer.
Okay, start.
I love Jab Tak. The first time I heard the song, Arman Malik sang the song, I remember calling him up and saying, I feel like the song has been sung for me, or I want this song to be sung to me. And I think that's a feeling, if whoever hears it, if they feel that way, that, you know, you want someone to just sing this to you, then you know that you're right somewhere. And the way I think the way it's picturized, it's
Yeah.
really beautiful. It sums up
Yeah.
a lot of the relationship. I think for me, it's going to be the most special song for me in my life, in my career, or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely going to stay with me forever, this song.
What about you two?
I do.
Desabriya.
Oh, so you.
Is every-
No. I'll be very honest. I have 3. We have 7 songs. I have 3 favorite songs for different reasons. Kaun Tujhe is a very, very special song for me because that was the first song that was actually composed, and it comes in the film at a very, very emotional focal point of the film.
Yeah.
And I remember being teary-eyed the first time I heard it. So in that ways, it's very special. Besabriya actually tells. Also, I can relate to it because it actually tells my story. Because when I was in Delhi, I was doing the same thing. You know, going from one place to the other just because I was just chasing my dream, and not to prove a point to anybody, but that's what I wanted to do. And Jab Tak also, because we were shooting in Cape Town, and we had a great time shooting in Cape Town. I just wanted to do a film. I wanted to do a film. See, all my films have been in Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay.
We were like,
so I
why
wanted to
didn't
go
you
there. You know, I want to go somewhere.
What are you saying?
He's like, finally going
So
abroad.
finally, it was just a song that we were shooting there, and we went to Cape Town and had fun.
Disha and Kiara, how was it like working with Sushant? Was he like a tough guy on set?
No, he's
or-
not a tough guy. He's a very sweet guy, and he doesn't even. Okay, this is my first film, and he has done quite a few films. You don't even feel for once that he is a senior actor, or you know, he's someone who knows everything. He'll make you feel so relaxed. At the same time, he doesn't tell you what to do, which most of the actors try. So he gives you your space, and at the same time, he makes you so comfortable that you're so relaxed and you're free to explore in terms of acting and other aspects as well. And yeah, also he's very hardworking. So when you come on set, you know he's prepared. So you have to work like a night before to be like that prepared. So he really inspires at the same time. So motivating guy.
Your personal favorite Neeraj Pandey film that you have seen and you've loved?
It's a tough one to choose from, but I'd say Baby. I felt maybe also because it was a little more commercial in that sense, and it's also very, very fresh in my mind. But when I saw A Wednesday, he was the genius for me from A Wednesday. So that's just the film I associate with him. And special. Basically, I've said
All the just like Sushant.
This film that I recently dubbed for MS Dhoni.
Amazing.
Really? I mean, like, I'm a big cynic when it comes to my work. I always think that, okay, this is something that I should be doing this, not this. But this was the first time I was just looking at it with a smile. Like, wow, super.
I haven't seen Dhoni.
You know?
I've just seen my part.
Okay.
I would say Special 26 for me. It was a very smart film.
It was.
Yeah, it
So
just
wise
guy.
guy.
You like thinking what's gonna happen now, and
Why should world hear Dhoni's story?
Well, because they would want to have a good time, you know, because that's their intent, you know. For 2.5 hours, if you're investing your money, if you're investing your time, you want to have a good time. So that's there. And then it talks about cricket that's so popular in India. It also talks about one thing that no matter where you are from, as I said, and you can dream big, it is possible. And
Never give up.
You will watch it and you will believe it that, oh yes, it's possible. So yeah. of
never
course.
give up, guys.
Of podcast.
And I
Sky's
wish
the
you
limit.
all the very best. Hope it's
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.